going on, guys? Hope you're having a great day out there today. Well, guys, the time has come. We're taking the Traxxas Sledge out to the skate park. There's some people down here, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of dodging and weaving probably, but we're gonna see how this thing holds up to the skate park. We all know this is a pretty good punishment test stuff. This car is completely stock. I have not done anything other than adjust the springs a little bit. I cranked them down a little bit to make the rear rebound a little bit more, but besides that, stock gearing, stock oils, haven't touched anything other than making sure everything's tight. But we're gonna get on, give this thing a loop around, give her some sends, see how she takes it, and see how everything holds up. So should be fun, so stay tuned, everybody. All right, guys, well, we're gonna see how this goes. Back her up a little bit here, trying to keep out of the way of people. Well, the air control's nice. Again, I gotta see how this battery holds up. I forgot to charge batteries. And sorry guys if it's really a lot of wind noise. I put my windsock on this thing, hoping that it kills some of the noise, but not sure how much it's getting rid of. Well, she's flying nice, very controllable in the air. I'm gonna try and get outside here and get some shots of it landing. All right, we got a side defense here. Try and get a little faster rips coming into this thing. Trying to dodge all the people too. Nice. Man, the air control on this thing is very nice. And I mean, you know, a lot of guys were talking about the steering servo on this thing. And I mean, guys, it's nothing spectacular out of this world, but the servo does handle very well. I mean, even in the grass here, I mean, she steers, and it's pretty well planted. So far, she's doing pretty well down here at the skate park. Let's give her a couple more launches. I wasn't even planning on coming out today. That's why I didn't charge my batteries. I got to leave tomorrow for Orlando for a few days, and I wasn't planning on being able to get out here because the weather is supposed to be rainy and yucky, and as you can see, we got blue skies. It's all cleared up today. So I figured this would be the best time as any to give this thing its first rip. Well, we'll see how she continues to take this. I did go over everything and make sure everything was tight, because that's one thing I wanted to make sure the center braces and all that kind of stuff were good. Because I know some people are having issues with them loose out of the box. So that was a good one there. She got some nice height off of that one. Let's take a look at the chassis real quick. Can't quite tell. The center of the chassis looks slightly tweaked upwards. I'm not sure if you're able to see that. Might be the mud. I'll take a look at it when we get all done here. I know M2C is, can't talk, guys. They have their hands on a chassis and they are working on a chassis for this thing. So hopefully if I kill this thing today, there'll be a chassis at least in the future. But I mean, it steers nice in the grass. I mean, the servo definitely isn't, you know, underpowered like many of them come. So the servo does seem half decent, I will say that. And then I rolled on its back. All right, got her back inside the skate park. Gonna give her a few more good rips here. Want to catch some decent jumps off this thing to see how this thing's gonna hold together. Whew. I'll tell you one thing, she is very predictable. Oh man, the side chassis buckled inwards. Let's take a look at this real quick. I think the body just popped inwards. The ESC is making some noise. Not sure what happened there. The fan is running, but the fan doesn't sound real happy. But so far, everything else is in one piece. I don't see any screws snapped off or anything. So far, so good, guys. All right, we're gonna try to hit this thing as hard as we can. It's always just sketchy coming into the jump because you don't ever know if you're gonna hit that steel pole. Oh, I hit that one kind of sideways. See, I veered off really hard on the jump on that one. I'll be curious to hear if this new windsock for the GoPro has dulled down some of this wind out here, because it is terrible out here right now. All right. Nice. She came down a little bit front heavy. I couldn't lay into it. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get a really good launch. I had that one. I got on, I was able to get on a little bit harder. Try this again. I'm bound and determined we're gonna get a good rip out of this thing. There we go. Oh man. Yeah. Guys, I mean, this thing is bone stock. Like I said, I haven't done anything to this thing other than turn down the springs a little bit on the rear because it didn't quite have enough rebound. But everything else is completely stock gearing, and I mean, she's handling really nice. She's taking the hit so far. Well, like I said, guys, I don't care what the car is. If it's fun and it puts a smile on my face, I don't care what name is on this thing. And so far, I'm having fun with this thing. It is a good time. I mean, just with its stock gearing, I'm surprised how nice the air control is on this thing. I don't know if it's the tires or what, but it's got great air control. Ooh, man. And she's taking the hits. She's taking the hits. All right. Give her a couple more. I think I kind of interrupted these skaters' thing down here. I'm not going to stay too long. I got stuff to do today. There's a... Oh! This thing just went into LVC in the air. Wow. That was scary. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but luckily it still landed itself perfectly. All right, we got a fresh battery in her. Well, I'm not even sure if this one's charged, but it definitely seems like it's got a lot more spunk than the last one did. Nice. I kind of like getting the shots out of here better. Kind of get to see it flying a little better. I'm gonna move out here. We'll be back. All right, let's see what this battery's got. It feels like it's got a lot more pep in it. I think that other one was dead from when I was out at the skate or the BMX track last time. Yeah, she got a little more pep in her step now. Ooh, suspension feels pretty good. I mean, it could use definitely a little bit of tightening up, but I mean, she's ripping pretty good, and it handles. I mean, honestly, guys, for a stock servo, it's not bad at all. I cannot complain about the steering on this thing. The truck handles really nice, and it's very controllable in the air. And you guys know I usually don't have a ton of great things to say with some of the Traxxas stuff sometimes. Man, controllability of this thing in the air is just, it's on point. It is completely perfect. Right now, I mean, it definitely needs a little more gearing, but this controller compared to like my Max and that, I mean, it's a night and day difference. This thing doesn't have any stutter at all. Oh, tapped the brakes a little too hard as I'm talking about controllability. That's the way it always goes. But guys, so far, I'm impressed. I'm surprised. I did not honestly think it was going to take. I'm taking a beer box along with me. Kind of came into that one a little crazy. Don't really feel like tagging a pole and killing it that way. Nice. You can hear that chassis is slapping pretty good. I mean, it is coming down hard. And so far, everything, including these links that I was questionable about, are all staying together. And guys, I was looking at the chassis again up there for a moment, and so far the chassis looks okay. It looks like there might be a slight bend in the middle. It might be slightly buckled upwards, but it's very light. It's not too bad. And luckily, I mean, it's landing, you know, I mean, I got nice landings going on for the most part. It's coming down into grass, into flat stuff, so nothing too terrible yet. I mean, that air control is just perfect. Uh-oh. It just died. I got no power. Did the battery come unplugged? One interesting thing with this body. Oh, yep. Ooh, battery box came undone too. I guess I'll have to start using those pins they supplied with this thing. But everything, yep, she's still good. Good to go. So I think so far, guys, I will say one thing though, my fan is done. The ESC fan is done. But I do have some new fans. I'll have to change the fan out in this thing, but if that's all that broke on the first run, as the battery falls out, that's not too bad in my book, honestly. So far, guys, I'm impressed with it. She held together well. I cannot find anything here. I'm gonna disconnect this for now. I don't see anything bent, broken. If there is anything, I will let you guys know in an updated video. But the chassis, slightly tweaked upwards, but not too bad. But everything else is all intact. Traxxas Sledge so far took some pretty nice jumps out here. You know, they're like 90 foot, 95 foot jumps out here, and it's got some height to it. So it's nothing, nothing too crazy, but felt like a pretty good test for it. But that's going to do it for the video today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. So until next time, y'all be safe. Be careful out there. Peace out, everybody.